The following program is a production of Naleo TV.
This program is underwritten by Malama Ya Hawaii, Kaumata Farms, Hawaii Farming LLC, and the Westin Hapuna Beach Resort. On this episode of Fresh Start, Mayor Mitch Roth visits the town of Kamuela to speak with local farmers. Eric Batha of Hawaii Farming LLC and Raymond Kawamata of Kawamata Farms share about their locally grown products. We visit Chef Junior Ulep of the Meridia Restaurant at the Westin Hapuna Beach Resort as Mitch and Junior prepare a healthy, delicious meal incorporating fresh greens from their restaurant garden.
Eyes are dancing. I'm looking at this going, oh boy, that looks so good. Oh, aloha everybody. We're here in beautiful Kamuela at Hawaii Farming LLC, home of the Keiki Cukes, and I'm here with Eric Batha, who is the owner and managing manager of this operation. Aloha, Eric.
Thank you. How are you? Welcome.
Hey, so tell me, you guys not only grow Keiki Cukes, but you grow, what other kinds of
We grow
cucumbers?
long English and Japanese cucumbers as well. 3 varieties presently.
And Keiki Cukes, that's your trademark name. But you were telling me a story earlier that when you first started growing these, people didn't really want them.
We had pushback. Yeah, we were kind of the first, commercial scaled mini cucumber farm, and people were like, "What's mini cucumbers?" We're not sure we want it. So luckily the name was catchy. We had to give some away in the beginning, but they caught on. Everybody likes them. So.
Pretty cool. And where do you sell these Keiki Cukes?
Across the whole state. The whole state of Hawaii. Pretty much. So Costco, retail, military, you name it, we're everywhere.
How long does it take for one of these things to grow?
So we start everything from seed here. We do everything from seeding to delivery, basically. But our seedlings spend about 3 weeks in the nursery. Then they get transplanted in the greenhouse, and 3 to 4 weeks later, we're harvesting. So very quickly, plant from a seedling to this tall in 3 weeks once they get in there.
That's pretty amazing. Is this something that you could do at home in Hawaii?
Certainly. Cucumbers like to grow. I don't know production. I think that this is a specific system for maximum production, but I think any backyard gardener can grow cucumbers. But the system we have in place maximizes. We grow vertically, so we take advantage of a lot of, we can get a high density of plants in a smaller footprint, right? So we can get maximum production out of cucumber plants in this method. But certainly anybody can grow these.
Because of my health situation, I've gone to a complete vegan diet, and so cucumbers are one of the things that we eat a lot. What are the health benefits, if you know?
They're very healthy for you, right? So they're filling, they're hydrating, they're great. They're a great vegetable / fruit that we find that's really interesting. That this is one that we hear people all the time tell us this is the only vegetable their kids will eat, right? So they're great.
I like pickling stuff, and so of course, cucumbers become pickles.
Yes.
What's your favorite way of eating cucumbers?
Pickles, for sure. My wife does. My wife does it too. I like them for sure, but I love pickles.
One of the big things that we've been looking at recently is sustainability and making sure that people are buying local. This is a local farm. It's a good local business. I know you guys, how many people do you employ?
Currently we employ about 60 people, but with the expansion plans we have right now, we'll probably be at 100 people within a couple years.
And I know that you pay pretty good wages here too.
We try to make sure that, we do have majority of entry-level jobs, but we know that we have to be the highest entry-level wage in the area to get people to come to farming. A lot of people are like, I don't want to farm, so we have to set our wages to attract people.
And what's great about this is the plants are off the ground. Mm-hmm. You're not digging in the soil.
Yes.
And a lot of people think about farming. This is another way of doing farming, of helping us bring food in here without having to bring food in here.
Absolutely.
90% I think they say of our fruits and vegetables and food that we eat comes from the mainland. Here's something that we're able to do here, and it has good jobs. It is a sustainable way of living.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, thank you so much for doing what you guys are doing.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
All right, aloha. Welcome back to Fresh Start from the Heart. I'm here with Raymond Kawamata from Kawamata Tomatoes. Welcome to our show. And Raymond, how long have you been growing tomatoes?
Well, we've been doing this for about 25 years, since 1995. Approximately that date we started after my getting out of roses. We used to have about 6 acres of roses here, but the marketing has changed, the whole economics have changed, and there were other issues that changed our direction of growing a crop, and we decided to go into food rather than into the ornamental market because of economics at that time.
Sure. You know, 25 years, a lot has changed. When you started, were you in the ground or?
Yes, we started out growing all of our tomatoes in the ground, but we couldn't get a consistent product. We couldn't get the quality we wanted. So actually what I did was I got the help of a guy from Holland to help us and set up our system. And he and I went to Holland to shop for all our equipment together, and he got us started. And
so you went outside, you saw all the best techniques, other places stole them and brought them back, and now you're growing hydroponically.
Right. This was the way to go to get a consistent product and a quality product. And the Dutch got it down pat.
How many people do you employ over here?
We normally have approximately 25 to 30 on a regular basis. And we do have a program where we have students that comes in, a few students that comes in from different countries. Could it be Moldova, Brazil, Philippines, Japan, and they'll stay here for a year and they'll learn what they can regarding hydroponic production and take it back to their country.
That's really cool. You started off as a student, and now you're the professor of growing tomatoes.
Well, I've learned a lot from everybody, and that's where it's all at. It's just a learning process every day. Every day there's something else that comes up. You know, there's no day that we can say, it was really great, nothing happened today.
In one day, how many pounds do you think you harvest?
We'll produce maybe 30,000 at a harvest.
Wow.
But we don't pick every day, so we'll pick maybe 1.5 million pounds a year.
Wow.
So it keeps us busy.
You know, one of the things that we're trying to focus on is how do people, they eat local, because about 90% of our food is shipped in from other places.
Right.
So when you buy Kawamata tomatoes, you're buying local and you're helping the local economy, you're keeping people employed here, and they're healthy. What are the health benefits of tomatoes?
Well, I think there's a lot of different ideas or concept about the healthfulness of tomatoes. And I think one of them is lycopene, which has a certain characteristic that probably helps defend your mechanism against cancer. But I think it's probably one of the major fruit that sells really well and people really like it. And Hawaii hasn't been producing enough of it, but now we're getting a lot of people that's coming into it, which is better. You know, a lot of farmers growing. We need a lot of farmers.
Yep.
And it's best that we have more farmers here because it makes the whole climate better. What we do is we strive for the best tasting tomato we can produce, and usually the taste of the tomato is determined by the size. The smaller they are, generally the more sugars and better they taste. But then they're also controlled by the amount of the fertilizer and type of fertilizer you feed them on a daily basis. And so our fertilizer and irrigation system is constantly being monitored by the grower, and they'll manipulate the computer daily on a daily basis, depending on the weather, humidity, and their observation of the plants.
And my last question is, there's so many different ways you can eat tomatoes. I try to have at least a tomato a day in a salad or something like that. Making sauces and pico de gallo. What's your favorite way to have tomatoes?
I just slice it up and a little bit of salt.
Well, there you go. Raymond Kalamata, Tomato Ray, from the heart for the heart. Aloha. All right, welcome back to Fresh Start. I'm here again with Chef Junior Ulep from the Westin Hapuna, the Meridia.
How's it, guys?
5-star restaurant here. He's going to teach us how to cook some really cool stuff with the tomatoes and the cucumbers that we got. Junior, what are we going to do, Chef?
Welcome to Meridia, guys. We're going to be making a simple dish, really light dish. We have some grains here, the farro and safrika. We're going to be using that as well. Then we got a bunch of ingredients here. Thank you, Mayor, for bringing the fresh cucumbers. Look at this. These are awesome cucumbers. I can just eat it just like this. Yes.
They are good.
Yeah, very good. And then vine ripened tomato. Vine ripened. This is the freshest you can get. Anyways, we've got a bunch of ingredients here. It's mango season, so we have to incorporate mango season.
I love mangoes.
I'm from Oahu, but the Big Island mangoes are the best.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and then we have the lychee here. I had to stop by and grab it from my cousin.
Also the best on the Big Island.
Exactly. So we're gonna go ahead and we have some grains here. It's a farro grain that's been cooking.
Okay.
We're gonna cook this for 12 minutes. Farro is an Italian. Yeah, that's the bay leaf from the garden, and then we also have some Thai basil in there. Ingredients.
Nice.
And then we have the frika right here. Okay. There are two types of grains that we use in Meridia, and these will cook for 12 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes, okay? So these been cooking for a little bit. So what we'll do is, usually we add water and a little bit of oil here, okay? So we're not gonna add any sodium or any oil. Okay?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so that's done. We're gonna go ahead and remove the water, just like that. And you want it an al dente, but past al dente. Al dente means to the bite,
okay.
In French. Okay, so this is the finished product, okay, that we blended together. Okay, so it's been chilled. Okay,
wow.
There's the frike and the farro in there. Okay, we'll set that aside right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and have the mayor chop some bell peppers and some mangoes and some cucumber.
All right.
Okay, I've got a towel there, and yeah, there you go.
I'm guessing those are really, really sharp.
Yeah, they're very sharp. Be careful.
Do you have a certain way that you like to cut your mangoes?
I'll just cut my mangoes. Look at that. This is awesome.
That's a beautiful
yeah,
mango.
Beautiful mangoes. Try to keep your as flat as possible, so that way it doesn't roll. Just kind of move your knife just like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's good to have a sharp knife.
Quick too.
Yeah. I love green mangoes, but when it's ripe like this, that's
pretty cool to see how you cut them. I usually cut them a little bit differently.
That's really.
Oh, okay.
You have to. It's mango.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and.
All right. So.
Yeah. So.
Now, is there any particular way? I usually cut this.
Yeah, that's good right there, and we'll dice it, and we'll toss it.
Oh, we're gonna dice it, okay?
Yeah, we'll dice it. These are some local fresh radishes as well. They're called rainbow radishes. And we usually give it a nice wash, like everything else.
I'm gonna take the seeds out here.
And then just go ahead and peel this. And these are very good eating too, Mayor. And these cucumbers, you know, it's just, you wash them, you rinse them, you're on the road, ready to go. Yeah, so we're just gonna run our knife through just like that.
Okay.
And then we'll dice it. So look how beautiful those are. Yeah, a lot of nutrients. So we're just gonna go ahead and dice it.
Okay.
So I dice it just like that.
How small?
How about bite size? Yeah, that's good.
About bite size. Okay.
Yeah, bite size. Yeah, yeah. So in cooking, guys, working to get fresh ingredients here on the Big Island is actually a must. And like I was telling the mayor, right, Mayor, how important sustainable is
right.
in the Big Island, and why get it from the mainland? Well, you can get it here on the Big Island, and the reason why is that it's fresh. We give people jobs, and yeah, more for everybody. So we have the cucumber here. We have two different types of cucumbers. This is the smaller cucumber, but it's very, very crunchy.
Yep, that's
and
like
you can pickle that. Yeah, cucucoots. Yeah, go ahead and dice it. Yeah,
Okay.
Mayor. All right.
Wash this off.
So I'll let the Mayor continue to dice.
All right.
Okay. And I'm gonna make the
You have a
vinegar
lot of
red
faith
here.
in me.
You know, we have a lot of openings at the Hapuna and Mauna Kea, Mayor. So just in case you're,
I know we need
want to be a sous chef or a cook one, you know, we have it available. So we're gonna.
My wife generally tries to keep the knives out of my hands.
So we got some fresh oranges. We'll put it in this Vitamix, but mixer will be fine as well. Again, we'll be using non-sodium and non-oil. So
Perfect.
this is all fresh. Okay, and touch of balsamic vinegar in there. I say about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. Okay, and we're gonna use a little bit of honey, the honey from the gardens there, and in the back garden there. Okay. All right. Okay. And some lemons as well. Got some lemons in the back. Yeah. So Mayor, so you do a lot of cooking at home, or just you cook for your wife, or?
Well, no,
Yeah,
she cooks a lot for me.
For you?
But I've been getting into cooking, you know, since having to go through this. I have to make a lot of things myself rather than eating out. And not too many places can make great food like you do.
Well, we try here at the Meridia, and Mayor, cooking is, you have to have fun with it. I mean,
Oh,
really,
yeah.
I mean, it's just, you have to be creative. You know, it's been a while since I cooked for my sisters. You know, when I made omelets for them, I made an adobo omelet, and they ate it. So, I don't know, maybe that was the first time of my career.
Well, when I came and I first met you, you made me a cauliflower steak with chimichurri, and it was like so good.
That's on our
It's like
menu.
a-
It's one of our top sellers right now.
It's
yeah.
amazing because and I know you made it without oil, you made it without salt, and I mean that's the tough part for me. You can get a lot of great food on the Big Island, but having people cook without oil and salt.
It's a challenge. I mean, here in the kitchen as well, and I had to hide the salt and the oil because that's what I reach for all the time.
Oh, okay.
But when we're cooking for the guests, you know, it's salt flavor. We're always tasting, and people's like, "Hey, chef, is this spoon just for you know, garnish or you know?" And there for it. So, but we taste all of our food, and we make sure that all of the food, you know, it's flavorful, and so that way when they come back, you know, it's the same thing when they come back. So we're gonna go ahead and do this vinaigrette. Again, there's we put also some lychee because it's lychee season. Yeah, vinegar,
Nice.
Honey. Okay, we're gonna go blend this. And then from here, you usually add the oil or you add the salt in here and then emulsify. So we're just gonna do a version of that, okay? And of course, with anything else, like I said, we need to taste it. Make sure it's good. Oh, it's really good. Very light, very citrusy. So Mayor's finishing up the salad here. Again, look at these beautiful mangoes. We'll put it in the
Oh, man.
farro and the fricassee. We also have couscous. We also have amrat that we use as all part of the grain salads. Go ahead and toss this together. And then right here we have the pepitas, which is
Oh,
the
yeah.
pumpkin seeds.
Really
And
healthy for you.
Very healthy. And when I cook, and when I cook with the gang here, the team, we try to go by texture. Okay, so again, we have the farro in there, the fricassee, softness, sweetness of the mango, and then the crunchiness of the radish. And believe it or not, red bell peppers have a high vitamin C.
Oh yeah.
Mayor, and I love it. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and toss this together, just like that.
Okay.
And then we have some garbanzo beans because we are a Mediterranean restaurant. We're not an Asian restaurant, and they go by chickpea as well. Okay, add that.
We use a lot of garbanzo beans at home.
You do.
Oh, yeah.
And hummus. I mean, there's a lot of hummus in there.
Oh, yeah.
This is the almonds that's been crushed. Okay. Again, we have a lot of textures. When we're eating here at the Meridia, I want your mouth to be dancing. Okay. So there's a lot of.
My eyes are dancing. You know, I'm looking at this going, oh boy, that looks so good.
Yeah. So here we have a mostarda. This is served with our pork milanese. This is actually a little bit of dried fruit that's been reconstituted, and we have also fresh star fruit in there, as well as pineapple and mango. Okay, we're gonna go toss that right there. Okay, from here we usually add our oil.
Okay.
And the oils that we use at the Meridia is very high oil content shipped from Italy, and it's very nice finishing, and it's good for you. Okay, and this is when we add the salt as well. And here at the Meridia we use Kona salt. Again, sustainable Big Island.
Right.
You know, all the salts that we have Kiabi smoked salt, we have alai salt, black salt, volcano salt. I can go on and on and on. You know, but we love our food and we love our ingredients, and this is really good for you too. It's called olena, turmeric.
Turmeric, yeah.
Okay. They usually add it in the curry dishes. We're gonna add a little bit of this on there, and a little goes a long way. Okay. And yesterday we made a curry dish, a Spanish curry dish, and we used the olena, and oh my goodness, the talk. I mean, every dish, there should be a story. Where the cucumber came from, the mango, if Mary is growing some mango, or will be the next
I got lychee. I got some really good lychee.
lychee. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and add these tomatoes, these vine ripened tomatoes. Mary, if you wanna just dice that up.
Okay.
Okay. The same way you dice the mangoes. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of the vinaigrette in there. Okay. Again, this is when we add the oil. Okay, and emulsify. We add a little bit of mustard usually. And here we have fresh oranges, fresh lychee. Okay, remember it's lychee season. So if you see that girl at Costco on the side of the road, you guys gotta support her, because it's Big Island sustainable products, and it's so wonderful to have all this, you know, vegetables and fruits on the island. It's just, I mean, I'm from Honolulu. I'm not biased. I mean, I love Honolulu, Mayor. I love the mango there. Growing up, I always buy the mango, and I think I'm in Haleiwa boogie boarding Ali'i Beach. But when I eat this, I'm like, holy smokes.
Oh, our mango is
That's
really good.
unbelievable.
Kona mango, and
Yeah.
on the other side we have lychee that's just out of this
Yeah.
world.
I mean, just to bring it up, my wife and I, she's from Lanai. I met her in Lanai. Again, I'm not biased. Honolulu, I thought had the best sunrise or sunsets.
No.
She's like, no way, Kona has the best sunset. I'm like, no way. I mean, cannot be. And then one day he just showed me this picture. It's like, yeah, you win. Big Island. So this is the dish right here. And we're gonna add the tomatoes in there.
All right.
Mayor, I know there's a lot in here. This right here.
This looks great.
Yeah, so when you plate this dish, we'll go ahead and grab a plate here, Mayor. Okay, we'll make two because one for you and one for me, and you haven't had lunch yet.
Perfect.
All right, perfect. And then we have this beautiful Hiribara greens here. Okay, again,
Wow.
we support the Big Island, and Hiribara came a long way with farming, with their vegetables and lettuce. They're known for their lettuces.
That's
Okay.
right around the corner from right where we're at.
Yeah.
Right in Waimea.
Yeah, Waimea. So, you know what, Mayor? I think I forgot one thing. We're gonna chop some of the herbs right there, if you may.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, fresh
Yeah,
herbs.
Yeah, fresh herbs right here. Okay. Fresh herbs from here. It's the flat chive from the garden. Some of that out. Yeah. Chop this.
So, pretty much all your herbs that you use, they're grown right here at your at the restaurant.
Garden, yeah. We
At
have
the garden.
a lot of herbs in the garden, and we try to use as much herbs as much from the garden. And again, it's sustainable, and it's a blessing. I mean, from our executives to our executive chef Peter Alpacar and Craig Anderson, they support us with a lot of our cooking here, and we're very blessed. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have chives here, and basil, and a little bit of parsley. I'm sorry, Mayor.
And you know, it's amazing that garden isn't really that big, and it sustains this whole restaurant. So if you wanted to do something like that at your home, really easy to do.
Yes, yes, and I mean, the fresh is the best, you know. And like I said, when we were out there picking some herbs, it's all about stories in our dishes. You know, there's always, I mean, it's good to have stories in our dishes, where the bay leaf came from, where the romaine, the tomato, you know, the mango, the lychee. There's always a story, and it's interesting because we pass that on to the wait staff, which makes a story, and pass it on to our guests, and they're always wow, and you know, saying, oh wow, you use fresh products. And you know, it's very important to support the Big Island sustainable products, and I can't say more and enough of what we're doing, and you know, how we're doing it, especially with this pandemic and whatnot. But again, everything's coming back, you know, and it starts.
How did the pandemic affect you guys?
Well, we were actually kind of blessed, and we stayed hungry for food, basically. So when we came back, it's like very energetic, and we had some training classes with the chefs and our team, and it's all about training and working as a team, and it goes a long way, you know. And Mayor, and you know, thank you for being the mayor also in the Big Island. I know there's a lot of things on your plate as well, and I think one of them is supporting the hotel hospitality here at the Westin Hapuna Beach Resort, and we're also affiliated with, you know, Mauna Kea and whatnot. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll finish the dish right here. And I know Mayor's hungry. I heard his stomach, so yeah.
Yes,
so we're gonna go ahead and just put this right on here. Okay. It looks big. It's not as big. And from here, we usually add your protein. Either it can be a grilled chicken or grilled ahi, fresh ahi caught from the Big Island, and or actually wild boar is pretty good as well. Okay. So that's the dish right there. We're gonna add a little bit of vinaigrette on there, and
oh my goodness,
very light. Look at that.
My mouth is watering just looking at this. It's funny, I'm you know, I don't consider myself a chef or a cook even to that thing, but I just learned so much watching you, especially when we took the herbs and you took a bunch of them together. I'm usually like taking one at a time, but you put them all together and mince them up. That was pretty cool.
I mean, herbs goes a long way, and fresh ingredients, Mayor. And like I said, the mango, the lychee, you know, it's in season. The vine ripened tomatoes. I mean, a chef's dream, and I dream about this, and you know, the fresh products here in the Big Island. You know, it's amazing. You know, and look at what we created here. It's an art. It's very refreshing. Again, this can be, you know, moved around a little bit. You can put a, you know, fresh protein on there, and grilled ahi and so forth and so on. And it's been a pleasure cooking with Mayor here, Roth.
It's a pleasure cooking with you, Junior.
And stay tuned, maybe more cooking with Mayor. You never know.
Thank you, Chef.
Guys. Take care.
Oh my God, that's
Great
so
stuff,
good.
huh? No salt, no oil, all vinaigrette, fresh from the gardens, the herbs, mango, different textures. I mean, there's like night fever dancing in my mouth right now.
You know what I love? It looks so difficult, but it was. I mean, you look at this and you go, wow, there's so much work there. That took what, 15 minutes to?
About 15 minutes. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Refreshing, tasty, vibrant, colorful.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
And the taste is wonderful.
It's good. It's light, huh? Yeah. Very tasty.
The preceding program was a production of Naleo TV.